Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Star and Flurry. Nancy here, giving you the my what I've been up to. So I am currently residing in the Wallowa Mountains. Took a little trip from my home up into a place where I used to camp as a kid, and I was a kid, so I don't remember that much of it, but it's really cool. And I rented a really cool little cabin um, that has a real fireplace. Where am I pointing here? Right there. And I actually remembered how to build a fire, so yay for me. Um, and so I spent the afternoon in a little town near here called Joseph, which has some really cute little stores. And so I'm going to do a little haul for you. So I got some new earrings. First time wearing these. I don't know if you can see them. But she gave me a really good deal on them. I looked at them. They were too expensive. I'm going to talk price, but they were just too expensive. And I was like, yeah, those are lovely, but no thank you. And she says, wait, maybe I can give you, so just text from a friend of mine. Anyways, so she gave me, so she said, wait, I think I can sell them to you for a lot less. Which she did. And so I was like, okay, sold. And then I bought these, which I thought were very pretty. I don't know how to, I'm going to do them like that. Obviously, I wear a lot of, it's, what is it? I love that on the back she tells you what it is. And of course, it's too dark for me to read. Green, lime, jasper, turquoise, and sterling silver with brass little thingies. So I thought those were really pretty. And then I got these, which I may give to my sister-in-law for Christmas. I haven't decided yet. So there's that. Let's see. Next, what else did I get? I didn't bring the stuff close. Let me reach over to get it. So this time of year, I'm always on the hunt for Christmas cards. Ones that I think represent me well. And it's easier to find them early than late. Later, you're stuck with just all the icky ones. But I found these in a little store. If I can. So it's just a little cabin with a little deer. There we go. And the interior says snowy evening, which I just think is very cool. And then it has self-sealing red envelopes. So I thought that's perfect. Then I bought 3 little notebooks. This one, and this one. And they're really nice. I hope they fit into my planner. I think they do. It's really nice paper. Usually these kind of notebooks are kind of stiff and icky, but these are quite lovely. So I'm very excited. I think it'll be, not that I use a fountain pen all that often, but if I did, these would be perfect. And they were only like $4 a piece, which is yay for me. And then I bought some Wallowa Mountain playing cards because I am a card addict, and not just tarot. So I'm going to add these to my cards from everywhere I travel. Some people buy stickers or magnets. I buy, if they have a deck of fun playing cards, that's usually what I end up buying. So that's my haul. Cheers, I'm just having 7-Up tonight. Not that I'm hungover or anything, but I've just had a kind of an ongoing headache today with a little bit of just not feeling all that great. And I think it's, I think I slept on my neck wrong. And so it's giving me this headache, which is just then subsequently making me not feel good. So I don't know what's going on. So I laid down on the couch this afternoon when I got back and took a brief nap, which I think helped. But I'm feeling better today, or tonight. And I hope tomorrow I'm feeling even more better because I want to head down to, there's a brewery that my neighbors recommended that I go to in Enterprise called Terminal Gravity Brewery, Terminal Gravity Brew Pub. So I want to check that out. It sounds like fun. So what else? What else am I here for? I gotta answer this text. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Back again. So I got a friend who is a huge Mariners fan. I may have spoken about him before, but he's from New York. So why is he a Mariners fan? Who knows? But he loves them, and so we're both go back and forth during the games, praying that we'll win one. We're trying to get into the playoffs, and we were just on this beautiful trajectory, and then we've done nothing but lose. So I don't know what's going to happen. Plus, our schedule, we're playing all the people who are at the top, the Dodgers and the Texans and so it's going to be a rough battle. If we get in the playoffs, I'll be shocked. We have to do something. We have to get really good really fast. We're not good enough to go very far in the playoffs, even if we got in, I don't think. I mean, once we look really good when we play shitty teams, as do most people. But when we play up against the big guys, the ones who are really in the race or have already clinched their divisions, we just look terrible. So, anyways, so I've been influenced by people. I need to stop watching YouTube. Is the bottom line, because I watch these people introduce decks and I fall in love with them, and then I order them, and then the next time I watch them, they're giving them away in some giveaway because they decided they didn't like them. And it's not that I buy them because they like them; I buy them because I like them. But it's just funny when so it does make me wonder: are they just selling these things? I mean, is it just kind of a pitch, or are they really enamored with something, and then after a day or two of working with it, decide they don't like it? So my problem is I love all my decks, and so I can't use them enough. And I can't rotate them in and out fast enough, but whatever. So I'm going to show you two today that I can't remember who influenced me. I'm pretty sure I've got two, the Sweet Forager's Tarot, which is the same one who did Penelope's, which is now the Valeria as a mass market deck. It's really cute. And I'm not normally a fan of pastel-y type decks, but this one's so stinking cute, and I like it because it's little. And then the other one that I have been just intrigued with is called the Hard Times Oracle. I kind of told myself I wasn't going to buy oracles anymore, so I've got so many, and I love them, but I've got so many I lose track of using them, or I find one that I really like and then I don't move on. Like the one that is my particular favorite, as you well know, is the Heather Hope's, oh God, I can't even think of it now. Anyway, she has a great little oracle, and I just love it. I've talked about it a million times. I love that one. I'm doing the Terra Oracle. Is that the right name? Something like that. Anyway, so this one, I'll just show some pictures. So, it's just really cute. It's a photographic with just really simple messages, which I think are so cute. Projections. Go within. I love this one. They're pretty. Oh my God. Pause. Beautiful. Find your voice. Take some space. God, that looks a lot like the beach I go to. A lot. Long Beach, Washington. Lots of dunes there. Big, wide open dunes and sand. New ideas. Very cute. Anyways. And then what's cute, so they're kind of like they've been taken like a Polaroid. Sorry, itchy nose. And then in the back, it actually looks like it's been printed, just recently printed. They're all the same. The backs are all the same. But anyways, it's just it's a cute little deck. And I'm falling in love with it very quickly. And I love the size of it. It shuffles nicely. Although I was planning on doing because this one, it doesn't, one way it doesn't shuffle very well. It shuffles best sideways, which is fine because it's square. But then if you, of course, turn it upside down, so that when you're shuffling, the card faces are facing you rather than the table, it shuffles even more beautifully. And I thought, well, there's a video to be had, is all the decks that I have to shuffle backwards, because that's the only way they'll shuffle well. And I've got a bunch of them. Most of my linen decks aren't that way, but so many of the other ones, if they just got a little kind of clumpiness to them, you just flip them upside down and then they shuffle fine. And I think it's all about the way they're cut, I think. And it's just, I wish publishers would figure that out, just print them the other way. I mean, they're printing both sides. So it doesn't matter, it's not like they have to cut them on one side or the other. They're just used to cutting them a certain way, and they just need to do it differently. So, anyway, so the next deck is the Sweet Forager's Tarot, which comes with a very chunky, fun little guidebook. Keywords and little descriptions. So far, it's been a good little guidebook. Um, and anyways, so these are the backs, very cute little backs. And then it has this gorgeous lime green edging. Is that fun, Matt? And the cards are just adorable. So they're a little very reminiscent of the Penelope. It's the Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. So crystals are pentacles. I think those are the only ones that are changed. Oh no, daggers for swords. They're just really cute. They have the cutest little, weird little alien faces. Ten of Wands. Oh. King of Wands. I love the storybook land they're in. Very cute. So anyways, I can't remember where I got this. But it's just adorable, and I really like it. And I'm having fun spending time with it. Although I'm currently going through a period with my decks where they just all hate me, apparently. I don't know why. I mean, I try to be nice to them and keep them all cleansed and all the things that I'm supposed to be doing, and they're just being pills to me. Was this the... That was the wrong one. Got, Can I do this? I know how to do this. How's my fire doing? Time for a piece of wood in a minute, so I'll wrap this up. This will be a short video. But I thought what I would do is I brought one of the... In the process of trying to decide what to bring today, what decks to bring. Oh, no, this is not the one. Shoot. No. I picked the wrong one up. Let me go see if I can find it. I'll be right back. Okay, found it. It's the no, I can't remember the name of it. Oh my god, you guys! It's the Northern Animal Tarot. It's the one that she is selling for not much because it's called. I think she felt it printed too dark, but I actually like it. I think the colors are saturated nicely. Some of them, some of the cards are a little dark, and I think that was her issue with them. And so, but I still feel I got a good deal on this deck, and I like it. I like the cardstock better. It's a linen cardstock. I like it a little bit better than the original. These are the backs, but I thought these would be perfect for up in the mountains in the woods. So I'm going to do a little reading. See if I can get something other than... So shuffle 3 times. Cut twice. And I'm just going to do 3 cards. So the first card is Temperance. I'll show these to you. Second card is the 5 of Cups. And the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. And on the bottom, we've got the King of Pentacles. So this is the Temperance. 5 of Cups, isn't that beautiful? And then the Wheel. I love this one too. Very pretty. So I think this just is saying what goes around comes around, Nance. You know, you need to maintain a healthy balance of life and mind, of health and mind. Just kind of pay attention to the karma coming around. I had a real, God, I had the weirdest. Sorry, I don't feel quite as enthusiastic as I usually am. Like, this is kind of this gnawing headache. Sorry. Um, but I had the weirdest freaking dream last night. And it's weird because I think I mentioned this before, I rarely, when I was working, had work dreams. But I've had more work dreams being out of that job than in it. And I refer to it as my brain off gassing stuff. But when they show up, I don't frequently understand why the weird dreams. What was I doing or thinking about that created enough of a memory in my head to spit out this weird dream. Although, back in the day when I was quitting smoking, it was absolutely amazing. Even after I'd quit for 2 or 3 years, how often I'd be doing something and all of a sudden, I think I told that story once, but I was like deciding sorry, I keep hitting this. I was deciding between a pair of boots on Zappos. I had been quit for, like, I probably told this story already, but I'm telling it again. I'd probably been quit for 2.5 years, and I'm sitting there deciding between a new pair of black boots that I needed for work on Zappos, and I'd put two in my cart, and I was going back and forth trying to decide which ones I wanted, and I can feel myself. I start looking around. Like, I'm on the couch, I'm looking at the coffee table and the couch and both sides. And I found, like, what are you looking for? And I was like, oh, I'm looking for a cigarette. I want a cigarette to help me make this decision. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, 2.5 years later. And it was like just a memory strand that I had yet to cut off from that nasty habit. And so I got out my big imaginary pair of scissors and boom, clipped that line. And that is the last time I've ever had a situation like that come up where smoking is concerned. But I'm wondering if the job thing is the same way, where there's just these really deep conscious, subconscious memories or whatever, frustrations or whatever, that just slowly but surely, once you're out of that kind of constant jam in your head of not giving weight to any of those stresses, because you can't get through your day if you let them pop out all the time. So you just get used to tamping them down and tamping them down. And for 35 years, that's what you do. And then when you're finally out of it, your body finally says, or your brain says, okay, can we release these now? Is it okay? Can we let these bubble up? So I think that's maybe what's going on. I don't know. But usually especially if I'm really, now that I'm thinking about it, I was going to say, my job required a lot of deep organization. Not only myself, but organizing my guests. And that's like herding cats. If anybody's tried to plan a party for someone who's not there, all you're doing is phone calls and texts. And so it required a deep amount of concentration and organization on my part. And in turn, concentration in organizing my guest, my client. And so there was a lot of that going on. And so I was going to say, I think that a lot of my work dreams that pop up now are associated with when I've gone through a kind of an extreme moment of organizing. And I actually just did that, which is weird because I was coming up on this trip, and I was going to bring the camper. Her name's Meru. I was going to bring Meru up with me because, it has what's cool is there's a lot of wineries and a lot of fun things to stop at on the way up. And when you have your camper with you, you've got your bathroom with you, you've got a sink, you've got food, you've got microwave, you've got all your stuff, you've got a bed even if you want a nap. So I was just going to bring her up with me. But then the weather started to get cold, and I have not winterized her yet. And I thought I'm going to be a little higher than I am normally. I don't mean high like high, I mean high elevation. And I kind of monitored the temps up here, but originally I was going to camp. And a lot of the RV places close mid-September because the temperatures start to dip and RV people aren't out unless you got a all-season van. Mine is kind of all-season, but I hate wasting propane to keep it warm when I'm not in it. So anyway, so I decided, okay, bag it. I'm not going to do that. So that required kind of and I could not make that decision for the life of me. I was like making that decision right up until the morning that I left. But, and so when I finally decided, no, I'm going to leave her here, leave her at home, then that just switched everything because I no longer had my refrigerator with me. I no longer had just a lot of stuff that I would normally have with me. Now I don't have. And so I have to kind of readjust everything I was doing. So I packed food and because I'm still kind of on a pretty strict diet. And while there's some lovely restaurants here, I just know every single item on there is 1,200 calories, and that's like what I eat in a day. And I hate wasting those calories on one meal. So, yeah, so there we are. So, an extreme amount of organization um, was happening in the last 24 hours prior to last night. And so that may have been what popped off this kind of subconscious memory. But the dream itself was I was managing this gigantic, multi-level, kind of open concept. I mean, think of it like kind of like a banquet space where there's stand-ups and stand-up tables and maneuvering around, but people are ordering food. But the problem is I don't know the restaurant. I don't know the owners. They've given me no information about the menu. They've handed me service personnel that have no idea what the menu is either or what they're doing. So it's just this mayhem of people trying to do what they think they should be doing, which generally speaking is absolutely the wrong thing to be doing. And then people are trying to pay and they're mad because their food never came because the kitchen isn't functioning, and it was just this mayhem. And I remember in the dream I am just locked into staying calm and relaxed and not crazy, and people are mad at me for that because they're like, you should be like really upset, and I'm like, I don't have time to be upset. I'm trying to get through this day. And it was just this kind of crazy nightmare. And every time I woke up, well, not a nightmare, it was just kind of this. And then every time I woke up from it, I would be like, oh God, I'm glad I don't want to be there again. And I'd fall right back asleep and go right back to it. It was one of those just constant, oh God. So I just tossed it. So maybe that's why I have a headache today, is I felt like I slept really well. The bed is really comfortable here. It's one of those like Tempur-Pedic, or it's one of those memory foams, and I've never really slept on those before. So they're nice. I may look into getting one of those down the road. I don't really need a new bed now, but maybe down the road. Anyways, so I felt really comfortable, but there's, even if your head is exploding in the middle of the night with frickin' craziness, then it doesn't matter what you're sleeping on. You're having not a great sleep. So that was kind of what went on. And so maybe that was my problem today, was just tired, headachy from, I really think I twisted something in my neck. And so that was causing me headachy and then tired, and then just not feel, because the headache was just making me kind of nauseous and not just not feeling good. Anyways, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. How long have I? Here I was going to do a kind of short video, and it's turning out to be like 20 minutes long, but oh well. So anyways, yeah. So I might do another one tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be feeling better and I can be a little bit more joyous. Although I did have one of the vendors today, shopkeepers I was talking to today. We were having quite a chat, and he goes, "Are you always this pleasant?" And I was like, "I am not." And then he started laughing. I said, "No, yeah, I am. We're pretty much always this way." So, yeah, I don't like it when I don't feel good. It doesn't turn me into a jerk. It just keeps my energy kind of low, which is a bummer. Anyway, so that's it from here, from the center of the Wallowa Mountains in Oregon. Star and Flurry out.